Oh, why, hello there. Would you like to hear a story of a long, long time ago? A sort of Christmas glory. It's a tale of a time that would shock the North Pole when some shit went wildly out of control. It all began like good stories do, with a bunch of high schoolers bored there at elf school, but not just any class, by chance or by luck. It seemed that not one of them gave one single fuck. "We need to do a thing," the teacher exclaimed with a shrill, mighty voice that left them in pain. "I really don't care," the students all thought. "Well, you should if you don't want your grades to all drop." They sat there in silence. No one made a noise till the teacher spat out, "All right, girls and boys, you need to do something, and do something quick, or else my report will be totally sick." The people were angered, but mostly aloof, till one of them started to raise just a hoof. His posture reluctant, his temperament off, stood a little big elf by the name of Christoph. "Do you have something to say?" their own Santa said, as everyone's eyes rolled back in their head. All right then, okay, I have an idea," said he with no joy in his mitochondria. "What if we had a Christmassy pageant?" He hoped an elf girl might find this fantastic. "That would be fine," said the big booming miss. "You all deal with that, I'll be in my orifice." "All right, everybody," he started to say, "what can we do?" And started today. Then another elf girl, let's call her Marie, stood up on her chair and said, "Oh, pick me." "Cool, yes, please help me," Christoph replied. "If I have to direct this myself, I might die. In fact, I would like to avoid that a lot, so please, dear Marie, please share all your thoughts." "A musical show, and I have a plan." "Oh, what?" Christoph asked. "I don't play the piano." "Okay then, that's fine. That won't unmake it. I'm certainly confident that you can bake it." "All right, then what else?" somebody did ask. "We'll just sort of wing it," Christoph said with a flask. "Maybe this will impress her, so I'll do it fast." And so it began, the shit Christmas pageant, and proceeded to lack both in poise and in fashion. The teacher came out. She came out at last. She said, "You're in charge now, so don't direct flimsy." "Son of a..." she exclaimed with no whimsy. "I don't want to yell and order around, but you have all the plans, god damn, this is foul." This little elf was an ironic choice, since he loudly proclaimed time again with his voice, "I don't even believe that a Santa exists. And not to judge, but it's all a bit superstitious." And regardless of that, he went right along, teaching the students to sing every song. And by teaching, I mean he let go of the elves and left them to learn all the songs by themselves. You think it'd be easy and move right along, since in public domain did reside all the songs. But that did not happen, however improbable. Marie asked, "Do you know them?" And they said, "I don't know." "Shouldn't we start planning how we get on the stage?" asked the elf girl to Christoph to get on the same page. "Why, yes, of course," he nervously answered, and for the rest of the class he started to pander. He led them around and around in a plot. "Do you know what you're doing?" No, I do not." There were a few elves that sang melody, but you can't build a show off Rochelle and Marie. The songs were all cruddy, the scenery muddy, and all of the costumes were just fuddy-duddy. They decided to do every one of 12 days, but it took half an hour and stunk like mayonnaise. It seemed that the reindeer needed some handlers, as they couldn't quite help but losing their antlers. Two of the elf girls got into a fight over who would belt louder on "Oh Holy Night." The pianist, though helpful, was frightfully scary, as he simply insisted on singing Mariah Carey. Nobody really knew what they would do, but to come and say "Christmas, all right, toodaloo." The day of their opening came much too quick, causing Christoph to say, "Well, fuck and or shit." The show was in shambles. The prospects were hopeless. The whole thing had total of zero dopeness.
Zero dopeness.
Zero dopeness.
Zero dopeness.
Then suddenly, out of the snow, came a wonder. to come and correct all of Kristoff's dumb blunders. An elf named Eliza, and she acted quick, fixing everything with one wave and one flick. And in time, what the little elves came to surmise was a half-decent show right in front of their eyes. Then the teacher of class did finally move, and did move her ass. I do not mince words, and this I won't mince. Kristoff the elf, you are just shit at all this. He said, you know what, as he thought to himself, you're pretty much right. I'm the worst Christmas elf. Yeah, you're fairly hot garbage, the elves did chime in. You know what, fuck you guys, I tried hard to do this. And how did this chaos and mayhem turn out? Well, in the end, he and the elf girl totally made out. Now what is the moral of this Christmas tale? If you don't ever try, then you won't ever fail. Now, that's a bad one. Try not to fall victim to their bitter tricks. Sometimes high schoolers can really be... We all have weaknesses as well as strengths. Sometimes your prowess is totally dank. But don't forget, too, that realizing this, it is wiser to recognize which one is which. And if you are ever doubting yourself, just remember that fuck-up called Kristoff the Elf. Boom! Happy holidays, motherfuckers!